Okay, picture this. You know you need to create content. You sit down to create content, post the content, record the content, whatever your methodology is. But instead of sitting down, getting right to work, finishing the task, and hitting publish, you freeze. You spend more time brainstorming content ideas than ever actually creating. Or maybe you create content and then delete it. Or you create content and never post it. You have files full of unpublished content. Or worse yet, you post your content and then delete it. Or you post and then don't want to market it because what if people don't like it? Or you don't know what to post, so you don't post anything at all. Or you have so many ideas for content that you never post any of them. If any of those sound even remotely familiar, I want you to listen in good to this episode because I think that you, my friend, are overthinking your content. And I'm going to give you 5 simple but powerful tips to stop overthinking your content marketing so that you can start getting your offers in front of the right people at the right time who are ready to buy. Are you ready? Let's go. Hey there, fellow entrepreneur. Welcome to Simple SEO and Marketing. Do you want to grow your business with sustainable traffic sources? Have you heard about the power of search engine optimization and you want to take advantage of it to get more traffic, more eyeballs on your business? But when it comes down to it, does SEO feel complicated and hard to implement? Are you tired of wondering what in the heck to do with your website to get more traffic and more leads knocking on your door? What if I could tell you that there was a simple, proven system for using SEO, blogging, and copywriting to get leads from your website, and not just any leads, high converting leads. Hey, I'm Faith Hannon, wife, mama, copywriter, SEO strategist, and barrel racer. And for the last 8 years, I've been figuring out what works and what doesn't work in the world of online marketing to get organic traffic. And now I'm here to share all the things I'm learning in the trenches of SEO, copywriting, and content marketing. How does 300%, 500%, or even 12,000% more traffic in a year sound? What could your business do with that kind of traffic increase? How many more people could you help? So listen in and prepare to take notes. I'm about to drop simple, actionable SEO marketing and copywriting tips, all with a heavy dose of Jesus-loving encouragement. Let's get you more traffic and more leads so you can help more people with your God-given gifts. Hey y'all, real quick, if you have not snagged my AI guardrails prompts, you need to get on it. These prompts will help you take any AI that you love to use. It's gonna help you take your AI from an annoying intern to your most useful assistant with 10 guardrails. It's not even really a prompt, so to speak. I just don't know what else to call it, but it's guardrails that you set for your AI before you ask it a question so that you get better outputs. You know the old saying, stupid questions get stupid answers. Well, this helps you ask not stupid questions so that you can get AI on board and actually being a useful teammate. There's a link in the show notes. Go snag that right now. And then we're going to jump into 5 strategies to keep you from overthinking in your content marketing. All right, real talk. If you listen to that intro about what happens when you sit down and create content and you do freeze, you create and delete, you post and delete, or you post and never market it, or you have so many ideas that you don't know what to post, or you have no ideas, so you don't know what to post. If any of those resonated with you and you're like, ugh, Faith, you're watching me right now, or you've watched me, right? Like a fly on the wall. If any of those resonate, I'm going to walk you through 5 strategies to help you stop overthinking your content marketing, because BT dubs, that's probably the root cause of all of those issues, okay? And I want to tell you this with a giant hug and maybe a little bit of kick in the butt, because overthinking your content marketing is going to keep you from being consistent. It's going to keep you from speaking boldly, and it's going to keep you from reaching the people that God has for you to reach because you're too scared to do it. Okay. So number 1, Number one strategy to stop overthinking your content marketing is this. I need you to realize that overthinking is a strategy, clarity, and systems problem, not a motivation problem. You're not lazy. You're not a bum. You just don't have the right strategy, clarity, and systems in place, okay? So that's fixable. That really is fixable, okay? Here's why though, because when you don't know the goal, when you don't know why you are creating, everything feels important. So then you're left with 900 ideas or 0 ideas and a long list of never finished to-dos, just giving you the stank eye. So what you need is a clear content strategy and a system to publish those ideas, to take them from idea to published and marketed so that you can eliminate that decision fatigue. So here are some really simple action steps for you. Number one, I need you to get clear on your why. Why are you in business? Why are you trying to help these people with what you're trying to help them with? Why do you have this product that you're taking your precious life to market, right? And when you get down to the why, then the what and the how becomes so much easier. If you have never gone through my wagon wheel why exercise, I want you to go way back to episode number 66 and go through my wagon wheel why exercise. Because what that's going to do is it's going to help you walk through your why. It's going to help you go deep with your why, because I want you to go multiple layers deep. I love people to go 7 layers deep with their why, but I want you to go multiple layers deep with your why so that you get to the core of why you're doing what you're doing. And then the clarity can stem from that. Instead of trying to piece together your strategy from what everyone else on the internet says that you should be doing, you're going to build a strategy around your why instead of trying to make your why fit a mold that might not fit, okay? So you're going to go and you're going to do your why, your wagon wheel why exercise, okay? And then you're going to do keyword research. If you do not know how to do keyword research the right way, the simple way, the easy way, I want you to snag the keyword research kickstart, okay? That will be linked in the show notes. It's a steal of a deal, but what that product does is it shows you how to do keyword research the right way on the easiest tool on the internet, Ubersuggest. It teaches you everything you need to know and leaves alone the stuff that you don't need to know so that you can figure out and line up the keywords that you think you're marketing for versus what people are actually searching for. Because a lot of times I have seen time and time again, clients are trying to create content around keywords that nobody's searching for. And then they're just getting frustrated. Well, no wonder you're overthinking stuff if nothing's working, right? But when you have the right keyword strategy and the right why behind what you're doing, then, oh my goodness, the content creation birds, they just start to sing, y'all. But I do want you to take a big deep breath, okay? Overthinking is just simply usually a lack of strategy, clarity, and systems. And baby, I got you on all of those, okay? Okay. So tip number two. I need you to hear this with all the love in my heart, but one form of long form content is not usually enough, okay? But that does not mean that you have to do double the work. One huge mistake I see so many small business owners making is they try to be an expert in all of the places right out of the gate. And that is just not sustainable unless you have either a giant budget or nothing else going on in your life. and I say that because you really cannot grow gangbusters big on all of the platforms all at once right out of the gate, okay? I want you to focus on one form of long form content. If that is not blogging, then I want you to repurpose that podcast or YouTube, whatever your other long form of content is. I want you to repurpose that into a blog. And if you're like, oh my gosh, Faith, I don't know how to do that, send me an email, info@faithhannon.com. I have something really cool in the works for y'all. But the overthinking really kicks in with content creation when you're trying to be an expert in all of the things, because like it or not, different platforms have different strategies. One strategy, like copy paste strategy, does not work across all of the platforms. Yes, there are definitely strategies, copywriting hacks, messaging hacks that work on any platform, right? Because people are still people, regardless of where they're searching. But there are differences and different idiosyncrasies between Instagram and TikTok and Facebook and YouTube and podcasts and blogging. Like there are vastly different strategies to being successful on those individual platforms. However, I need you to know that just because I'm like, you need more than one form of long form content pretty quick, if you don't already, if you don't have that, it doesn't mean that you have double the work. It just means that you're repurposing strategically. You are not recreating the wheel from scratch on every single platform, okay? Yes, you still need a blog. But if you're like, Faith, I can't walk away from my social media, great, I don't care. But that blog needs to be the primary focus of your content, and then you repurpose that bad boy onto your social media, okay? Okay. Number 3, when it comes to your content marketing, stopping your overthinking, I need you to take a deep breath and use real words, not marketing language. I think a lot of times overthinking shows up as trying to sound smarter, because I'll sit down with somebody to work on their copy, or somebody in my group coaching will be like, we'll be working through their homepage copy, and they're saying things in their copy, and I'm like, do you talk like that? I just started asking them, do you talk like that? And 9 times out of 10, they're like, no, not really. And I'm like, okay, well then let's not write it like that. And obviously there needs to be, a different level of professionalism between how you talk to, your besties in your group text thread versus how you're representing your brand online. There needs to be, step it up a notch. However, we tend to really overthink and overcomplicate our language when it comes to marketing our business. And I need you to stop, okay? Use real words. Use the words that people are saying. Use the words that you actually say in your real life, out of your real lips. Don't try to make it sound fancy schmancy marketing, okay? Write like your people think and talk, not like the highfalutin marketing gurus tell you to talk, okay? Yes, there's absolutely a way to still be SEO friendly and working great copy there and work in your keywords, absolutely. But the primary purpose of your copy and your content is to reach people, is to speak to people. And if your words don't make sense to people, if your words don't resonate with somebody on the heart level, then they're not going to buy into what you're doing, okay? And if you're like, Faith, I don't know how my people talk. I don't know how to speak their quote language. I don't know, what words are resonating with them. I want you to borrow language from emails and questions and client calls and real questions that people get. Like, take a transcript from some of your calls and pop it into ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to comb through the language, right? And shameless plug, the new free guide that I have for AI guardrails, it will help you with literally every task that you're asking AI to help you with on literally every platform. So go grab that. The link is in the show notes. It's my AI guardrails. Take it, use it, make it help you make your life easier, okay? Number 4, in not overthinking your content marketing, please do not be afraid to repeat or rephrase yourself. Just don't, right? Repetition is how messages stick. We are inundated with messages. We hear so many messages throughout the day between social media and just signs driving down the road, advertisements on TV, ads that we see on, magazines or whatever, right? Like, think about how many messages you see a day versus how many that you could recount verbatim. Probably a pretty low percentage, okay? Most people are not going to hear, fully grasp, fully understand, and fully process your message the first time they hear it, okay? That's okay. That is okay. My pastor used to say, the only thing that would keep me from repeating myself is pride. And I'm like, ooh, dang, because he was a really great pastor, a really great speaker. And, it's not like he taught something once and then never taught it again, right? We need to hear things more than once for it to really, really stick and make an impact in our lives, okay? So I want you to change your mindset around repeating and rephrasing yourself, okay? Sometimes I think we get stuck on like, I've already said that. I've already used that language, whatever. Like, y'all, it's okay. Repeating or rephrasing your messaging, it isn't rude, it's service, which is why it's so important to have your messaging down pat and have a messaging cheat sheet or a brand messaging guidelines so that you can pull from that messaging that you've already crafted and you've already really honed that language for, okay? And number 5, y'all, is that done is better than perfect. Listen, it is a year of our Lord, 2026, and we do not, praise the Lord, need polished, fake, filtered content everywhere. Hear me again. We do not need to have polished, fake, filtered content everywhere. Your unpublished work helps no one, says John Acuff, one of my favorite authors. Now, you may publish something today, and in a year from now, you're like, ooh, I can do better. That's okay. You should be doing better a year from now. But you don't learn if you never start. You don't learn if you never do the dang thing. So if you are stuck in that fight, flight, or freeze mode when it comes to your content creation, I need you to just get her done. Just get her done. Your 100th blog, your 100th YouTube episode, your 100th podcast episode should be better than your first one. But don't let that stop you from just hitting publish. Done is better than perfect. Yes, you need to have high standards. Yes, you need to do your research. Yes, you need to put in the work. Absolutely. But perfectionism will steal more progress than anything else. Done is better than perfect. All right, y'all. Content marketing does not need to be complicated. Okay? Don't overthink it. Take these 5 tips, okay? And just do the dang thing. All right? Number 1, your overthinking is a strategy, clarity, and systems problem, not a motivation problem. Okay? Number 2, one form of long-form content is not enough. Sorry about you, but that doesn't mean you have to do double the work. Repurpose very strategically. Number 3, I need you to use real-world words, not fancy marketing language. Speak to your people. Speak in the language of your people, yo. Okay? Number 4, don't be afraid to repeat or rephrase yourself, okay? Repetition is how messages stick. And number 5, done is better than perfect, all right? Y'all, simplicity creates consistency, and consistency creates results. So stick with it. Don't overthink your content marketing, and make sure that you grab the AI guardrails prompts so you can plug them into old Chatty or Gemini or whatever your AI of choice is to help you take AI from an annoying assistant to your most trusted helper in your content marketing. All right, y'all, we'll be back with you next week, and I'm excited for it. Bye. Thank you so much for listening in today. Hopefully this episode gave you some really tangible tips for better SEO and marketing to get more leads and more sales from your website. If it did, can I ask you a quick favor? Would you please share this episode with a friend and then just take 10 seconds and go leave a written review on Apple Podcasts. That is the very best way to help more Jesus-loving entrepreneurs scale their businesses so that they can help more people with their gifts and make an even bigger impact for the kingdom of God. And guess what? We now have a Facebook community where we can learn, hang out, and laugh. Go join the Facebook group now. It's linked in the show notes. And all the other things, courses, coaching, and copywriting can be found at my website, faithhannon.com. Until next time, God bless, and I'll talk to you soon.